doing your pre-trip inspection, you'd have got up in here, you'd have got your seatbelt on, got your truck cranked, you'd have done your interior inspection while you're waiting on your air pressure to build up, right? So, but for right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and run it up so we can just go through the brake test. I'm gonna show you the easiest and simplest way to do it that I know of, and it kind of simplifies things. One thing that you can do to help you remember is when you come across the dash and you check your defroster, just go ahead and leave that fan on. That way, if for any reason the lights or something on the dash don't come on like they're supposed to when you turn the key on, if you hear that fan running, you know you got power to the dash. So leave that fan on when you come over here and check your defroster. The air dryer just spit, so we know we're on full capacity. Alright, when you're doing your brake test, you got to do your parking brakes, your service brakes, and then your leaks, alarms, and buttons, right? So the first thing you want to do is we're going to put the truck in first gear one time. Alright, so we go ahead and put the truck in gear, first gear, and we start checking our parking brakes. If I push my yellow valve in, which brakes am I releasing? I'm releasing the tractor brakes, right? Trailer brakes are still on, so I'm checking the trailer parking brakes. All I'm gonna do is ease out on the clutch, nice and easy, make sure it don't go anywhere. Then I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna pull the yellow one out, set the tractor brake, push the red one in, release the trailer brakes. All right? Same thing. I'm gonna ease up on that clutch, nice and easy, just to make sure I don't go anywhere. All right? Then I'm gonna push both buttons in and check the service brake, make sure you're cleared. All you're going to do here is you're going to leave the truck in first gear just like we had it. We're going to roll forward, put on the brake, make sure the truck stops, make sure it doesn't pull left or right, make sure you don't hear any unusual noises, okay? So both my buttons are already in, right? Truck's already in gear, right? All I got to do now is shut the truck off, release the clutch, and now I'm secured in first gear on flat level ground. Turn my switch back on till my fan comes on, make sure I got power to the dash. Then I'm going to check for leaks first. I'm going to apply 90 pounds of pressure to the foot pedal. After the initial air loss, I'm going to make sure that I don't lose any more than 4 psi in 1 minute. Alright, so I'm going to hold it for 1 minute. The examiner's going to say, once you tell him that, he's going to say your minute's up. Then I'm going to start fanning the brakes down. Make sure that these lights come on at or before 60 psi. Okay? Lights come on at or before 60 psi. Once the lights are on, I got to continue to fan the brakes down to make sure that my buttons pop out between 40 and 20 psi. So I'm just going to sit here and keep fanning the brakes down, waiting on the buttons to pop out. Regardless if the truck pops out when it's supposed to or not, this is what you're telling them. Buttons are out, you're done. Okay? And that's the brake test. That's the one thing. Now, if you don't get your parking brakes right, you're just going to miss a point. You don't do your service brake right, you're just going to miss a point. But that leaks, alarms, and buttons has to be right. All three of them. Alright? So you got to get all three of those right. So when you get in here, you're going to put it in first gear one time, check your parking brakes, trailer, tractor, check your service brakes. Both buttons will be pushed in. Your truck will already be in first gear. You're going to shut the key off, turn the lights back on, and then you're going to put your foot on the brake pedal for 1 minute. Make sure that the truck doesn't lose more than 4 psi in 1 minute after the initial air loss. All right. After you check that, you're going to fan the brakes down. Make sure that the lights and alarms come on at or before 60 psi. Once you've accomplished that, you're going to continue to fan the brakes down to make sure the buttons come out between 45 and 20. Okay, everybody good?
Good.
All right, there you go. Bam.